Okay, so I'm pretty much going to go over how to pretty much work with files, like reading and writing files in Java. So we'll start off with reading files. Sorry, not reading files, adding stuff to files. So we have a file here. Sorry, that was from a different project I was working with. Okay, so we have a file here. There's no stuff inside this file, so I want to add stuff inside this file. So first off, we do our usual. All right. So the first thing we're gonna do is do java.io.file, and then we add like a name, so we can call it file, and we'll have this equal to new java.io.file, and then here we put the path name of this file. So this file, its name is a file, and it's the type of file is a txt file, so we do txt. Okay. Next thing, we include like a try block, and inside this try block, we do since we want to add stuff to this file, what we do is do java.io dot file. Sorry, not file. Print writer. So print writer like that, and we can call this file print, I guess, and we'll have this equal to new java.io dot print writer. And inside the parameters, we pretty much pass this in here. So we do file over here. Okay. Now, the next thing we can do is, now we pretty much can add stuff to this file. So what we do is do file print dot print. Okay. And then here you can pass in a string. So let's do Mike Smith. Okay. Oh yeah, and then let's finish this off. So we have like a catch block. We'll add a file not found exception. So we'll print out file not found. Okay. Oh yeah, and then close the file at the end. There we go. Okay, so now let's run this. Okay, and now if we look into our file, Mike Smith has been added to it. Now let's say we want to add the age as well. So we can do file print dot print, and then we can add age 52. So if we run this, so we have age 52, but notice there's no space. So what we can do is put a space here, run it again, and now there should be a space. Now, let's say I want to add another person, file print dot print, and then I add another person. Let's say his name is Dave Jackson. The thing is, I want him to be on the next line. So if I run this, he does not show up on the next line. So to fix this, the previous print statement, I can have it be a print line. That way, after age 52 is appended into the file, everything moves to the next line. So we run this, and there we go. It's moved to the next line. And then, oh yeah, make sure you add a space here. And I want to put this person's age. So we do file print dot print, and then we do age. Let's do 23. So run this, and there we go. Now, what if I want to collect user input instead to put inside this file? So what I could do instead is set up my scanner. So we do scanner equals new scanner system.in, just like that. And we can do like a for loop. And let's say we will put in like I don't know, like 5 values. So this for loop will iterate 5 times. Okay. So then we pretty much do a file print dot print or print line, whichever you choose. if you do print, then you probably want to add like a space at the end. So what you do is you do scanner dot next. That way you can that way it takes in the string value, and then you have like a space at the end. Okay, and then you close the scanner at the end, and this should work. I'm not gonna run it though because I need the file to be like this for the next lesson. So okay, so pretty much we have this done, but pretty much if you run this, it'll collect user input, and then whatever you put in, it'll be sent into this file. Okay, so the next part we're gonna go over is how to read the context of this file. So this one, what we do is we pretty much get rid of all of this, and inside this try block, what we can do is we can set up a scanner. So scanner equals new scanner. And inside the scanner, instead of doing system.in, we do file. That way we are going to scan this file here. Okay? And what we can do is do a while loop where we continue scanning the file as long as there's like a next string. So pretty much we do is scanner dot has next. So pretty much it means like we start up here. Is there something next to it? Yes, there's a mic next to it. Now when we're here, is there another thing next to it? Yes, there's a Smith next to it, and so on and so forth. Okay, and what we can do is do system.out.println, and we do scanner dot next. Okay, and in this way, it's gonna read the context of the file. So if you were to run this, all right. So pretty much it went through every single thing in this file. But the thing is, since it's a print line, so when we read the first context of this file, the terminal, it moves everything to the next line, and so on and so forth. So if you want everything to be on the same line, instead of doing system.out.println, you do system.out.print. But it has everything mushed up together. So we would just do plus, and then we add like a space here. Then we run it. Okay, and then it pretty much prints out this. Now, if you want it to look exactly like this, then instead of doing scanner.next, you do scanner.next line, just like that. And then when you run it, oh sorry, this should be print line as well. This should be print line. There we go. And so now it looks exactly like this. Okay, so that's pretty much a good introduction on how scanners pretty much work.